General Hospital, GH. Spoilers recap for Monday, July 19th, reveals that Nina Reeves, Cynthia Wadros, hinted at a baby brother or sister for Wiley Quartermain Corinthus, Eric and Theo Olsen, and Willow Chase. Caitlin McMullen wanted to meet Mike aka Sonny Corinthus, Maurice Bernard. At the Metro Court on Monday's episode, Nicholas Cassadine, Marcus Coloma, wondered if Spencer Cassadine, Nicholas Chavez, wouldn't rather be with his friends. Spencer suggested there'd be time for that later and added that with his father was right where he wanted to be. After Ava Jerome Cassadine, Maura West, arrived, Nicholas stepped over to speak with her about the divorce. Nicholas was willing to agree that their marriage had broken down irrevocably, though he warned that it could take 6 weeks for the divorce to be finalized. Ava worried about the damage that the stalker could do in that amount of time. She also hated being away from Avery Corinthus, Ava and Grace Scarola, for that long, but she knew her daughter was safe. Ava felt that the sooner the lawyers got to work on this, the better off they'd be. When Austin, Roger Howarth, spotted Maxie Jones, Kirsten Storms, at GH, he found out she was getting out of town because it was too painful to be around Brooklyn Quartermain's Amanda Seton baby. Maxie kept up the kidnapping story and acted like it was just too hard considering what happened to her own daughter. Austin realized that whenever Maxie looked at Bailey Quartermain she saw Louise August, Harper and Scarlet Bloom, so he understood. Brooklyn arrived and bickered with Austin briefly before mentioning his new cousin's status. After Austin walked away, Maxie remained concerned about Austin putting the baby puzzle together. Brooklyn offered reassurance and let Maxie step into another room to share a sweet farewell with Louise before her trip. Austin eventually made his way to the Metro Court, where he shared some nice banter with Ava and got updates on her divorce. As for Spencer, he slipped up by mentioning the cockroach in plexiglass, but he covered with Nicholas by acting like it was on social media. When Nicholas asked to see the post, Spencer claimed it had already been taken down and pretended it was disgusting. Even so, Spencer felt like Nicholas should move on and hinted that Ava might be doing just that with the man at the bar. Nicholas mentioned Ava's previous encounter with Austin, so Spencer suggested this might be a bigger deal than his father thought. Later, Nicholas talked to Martin Gray, Michael E. Knight, over the phone about his desire to see the stalker slip up so they could bring him to justice. At the Metro Court pool, Trina Robinson, Sydney Michaela, worried that Jocelyn Jacks, Eden McCoy, and Cameron Weber, William Lipton, might be fighting again since Joss was being cagey. When Cam arrived, he kept making strange comments and acting like 4th of July was the best day ever. After Cameron went to get some drinks, Jocelyn explained to Trina that she was romantically involved with Cam now. Jocelyn worried Trina might be upset since they were both interested in Cameron in the past, but Trina was way beyond all that and glad her friends wised up about what they wanted. In a moment alone, Cameron slathered Joss up with more sunscreen before a familiar face appeared. It was Spencer, who told the townie to watch the hands and winked at Jocelyn. Quartermain Gatehouse, Nina found out about Lenny Caulfield's, Reef Hutton, health troubles over the phone and promised she'd do everything she could to help. Nina offered to head back to Nixon Falls tonight, but Sonny pointed out they were still at the hospital in Manhattan and wouldn't be heading back until tomorrow. Willow came down with Wiley right as Nina hung up with Mike. Nina revealed that she'd gotten some bad news about a sick friend and would have to leave Wiley again just as they were getting to know each other better. Willow heard a bit about Mike and liked the sound of him. She hoped maybe they'd get to meet Mike one day, but Nina insisted that the only guy in her life right now was Wiley. Nina mentioned the idea of Willow and Harrison Chase, Josh Swickard, perhaps giving Wiley a little brother or sister, but Willow's reaction told her she might have overstepped. Willow reassured Nina, but she suggested it was something she hadn't really talked about with Chase yet. Nina just hoped Willow got exactly what she wanted. Willow thought that if Nina and Carly could start to get along, then anything was possible. At New York Methodist Hospital, Lenny wasn't pleased to learn Sonny called Nina. Sonny pointed out that Nina was willing to help in more ways than one, but Lenny argued that he wouldn't take a dime. However, Sonny felt like Lenny's life was worth more than his pride. With Phyllis Caulfield's Joyce Guy help, Sonny convinced Lenny to go talk to the doctor about treatment options. At Ryan's bar, Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, tried to charm David Hopkins, Robert Leashock, who guessed she was from London by her accent. As Anna worked to pry info out of David, she assumed this was about a woman. David said sort of and revealed that his sister was dead, so Anna suggested that was something they have in common since her own sister died recently. Anna found out that David's sister was a risk-taker who died trying to save a baby. Unfortunately, David grew suspicious as Anna kept pumping him for information. Anna tried to act like she was merely lending an ear, but David felt something was going on. Fearing that David was getting aggressive, Valentine Cassidy, James Patrick Stewart, intervened by attacking the pilot and holding him against the bar. Valentine warned that he'd break David's wrists if he moved, but he ultimately let him up. Anna and Valentine pushed for answers about the kidnapped baby and the baby's father, Peter August, Wes Ramsey. David admitted that he never airlifted Peter from the GH rooftop since he couldn't get close enough. That left Anna wondering how Peter escaped. General Hospital spoilers say more shockers are coming up for Anna, so don't miss how she unravels her latest mystery. CDL will have all the scorching General Hospital spoilers, updates and news you need, so visit us often. Ad block test.